Go to the kiosk, get your Times Guide and map. Good morning. We're at the Animal Kingdom this morning. Thank you. Batteries and your stripe. Excuse me. Animal guide, Times Guide, and map.
Yeah, I always use Times Guide. So be careful with that.
Here, Michael.
You want it.
Right, there's your animal guide. This way. Because they want everybody to go this way. Good morning. 4.
And what resort are you staying at?
Riverside.
Perfect, thank you. Come on through, guys.
We scan you again?
Well, they want to make sure that you're in a resort. If you're not in a resort, they don't want you in here.
Sweet. Now, what to do?
Kilimanjaro. That's where we're going. Everybody here's running the Pandora. We've got fast passes for it later in the week, so if we don't get it today, we don't get it. Don't forget your mom. She's got short legs. We're on.
People.
Yeah. Here we go. Don't lose your mom and brother.
I'm awesome, yeah. We'll lose them though. Soon.
There's kangaroos back here. No, we're going this way. That way goes to Asia. We're going to Africa. Now everybody's going to take a quick left and go down there. That's Pandora back there. Okay, see? Everybody's going back that way. Voila! See? Everybody just peels off. They're all going to the one spot. We know what. We're going to Kilimanjaro.
Is that what it is? That's Pandora.
That's Pandora back there.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody's going back to Flight of Avatar.
Flight of Passage.
Flight of Passage.
Avatar.
They're getting it all over the building now.
My sandals match my shirt today.
Yep.
Found them. Yay!
I'll let you go on the ride with it.
Can you not? Is it not allowed or something?
Oh, you can go.
Just it's rough. And you don't want to break stuff. What's that? Should I be scared? This is so different than all the other parks.
All we're missing is a giant arch. I feel like I got my dress.
It's not 8 yet.
Ow, ow, ow. Oh, is this better? Ah, long.
All we're missing is 2 giant torch-like phasers and the arch and like Jurassic Park.
Are they talking to us?
No.
2 watchers now.
It's probably too early for their brains to process at the moment. Good work, 7:34. That's fine.
Incoming.
Now you have one follow. Watcher.
Yeah, just waiting for the rope drop.
It'll be about 20 minutes, maybe. Yeah.
Let's see the time's good.
On Kilimanjaro, do you have to hold on?
You'd be wise. But you're in trouble. So.
This one almost fell off. Nothing.
Nothing.
Nightfall. Some people building up back here. Beautiful green lights.
These are the animals you see on Kilimanjaro.
The yellow or the white?
Let's see.
Oh.
That Mombasa marketplace right there.
Yeah.
I believe that's where the go-wets are.
Cool. I still say
So you can get a go-wet today.
they still need Indiana Jones in this park.
The what?
They still need Indiana Jones in this park. So I think this park the best. Is that right? I'm scared to see more. Pandora.
What?
I'm scared to see Pandora's lines.
Oh yeah.
Petrified. My hair's fuzzy.
There we go. I didn't turn up the resolution on the screen this morning.
You can see it.
Yeah.
7:38.
Cowboy style. Right? Learn something new.
Stop.
You want me to pour it in your mouth? You're missing a ton. Hmm?
3. I took off 3 of them. Restart it.
Right up here, this first building on the left is Tusker House.
I like to go to the association.
I didn't talk to him. They got a question for you.
Like we're gonna be here, like they don't start shutting into like 8 o'clock. We open this gate.
See?
Yep.
Is there a water fill station somewhere near here?
I'm in the water fountain.
But anywhere in this area?
See a few restrooms down that way towards
Yeah.
the right. You just walk down over there. Wow, you're on duty.
Yeah. You want water?
Nah, I'll wait. Wants water. Doesn't want to go through.
There. Brightened up the screen.
I'm not that much of an idiot.
Okay.
You can't walk and video.
Michael has one. You want one?
Good morning. How are you today?
It's humid.
It is humid. Watch out. Big cart coming through. Nice and cool. Enjoy that breathe of cool air as it goes by.
It's 77 degrees.
We're down to
Or down.
battery's already going down.
Your screen drains it.
Yeah.
And the service.
That and also your phone's searching for Wi-Fi still.
This app eats a lot of it, so.
Like VIPs, come on in. Thank you. You're welcome.
VIPs. Probably a tour.
You pay to do that.
Probably a tour.
You pay to do it.
Yep.
I didn't want to put my hair out already, but like humid.
At Rope Drop, we're on our way back to Kilimanjaro Safaris.
It's 96% humidity.
Oh yeah, nice.
It was like 78 and it's 78.
We have one.
It's 78 degrees and it's 96% humidity.
If we had a breeze, it'd be even feeling nicer.
What a good game. Do it very well.
They have it as for good food.
Like the animal den.
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
12, but 10.
Oh, okay. Start. Darn it, that's what I was gonna do.
Started hating my thoughts.
Are you done?
Because my feet hurt.
A lot of people are, a lot of cast members are wearing their shoes off their feet.
They walk on the outside of their shoes.
It's a high concern.
Wi-Fi.
Kazakhstan.
Again? Where's your bag?
Right there.
Okay. Why do I have to bend down?
Because it's yours.
Bad knees.
Wait.
Just put that in your bag.
Hey guys, like now.
We're going on.
Yeah, breakfast guys.
No, I'll run a while.
You're supposed to meet a guide. They should have some of them meet you there.
Well, they told us to come through. I just come through with that guy.
My friend's cat is chasing the dog.
Cats chase dogs.
And the dog's like whining. Mom.
Yes. Yeah.
So something's gonna happen soon.
You'll be there.
We're getting hungry.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Caught it on video with a cat chasing the dog. The dog's going,
I'm gonna go ahead and roll the rope up, but I'm gonna have you guys just wait here. We'll walk you down when we're ready to go. Yeah.
and she's with us. It's tight, that's why he's gonna walk us down when it's ready to go.
Sprint
He
your
said no,
brother.
it's not
We're getting the Monty Python. We're getting the Monty Python. You're getting the Monty Python horse ride.
Michael, you're showing off.
You have this way of tone when you're trying to show off. And it's really obvious.
And you get to go real good.
Evident, okay. New Jersey.
Good idea.
Wait, why?
Yes, it does. I'm getting distracted.
You could turn peninsula.
Probably.
You're coming like that. You're coming like that. I love different states.
Oregon? Yes. It can even be like a mountain. Ohio? Like that. Ohio.
Australia.
Oh, baby, oh.
I have one, James.
Well, you're the one that's gonna give me problems.
I'm an empire.
What's the one that's invisible?
They're cool. You too. I got worries about it.
Ethiopia.
Andrew Island, Australia. I already said that.
We already did that.
Australia.
Your mom's sleeping is backside.
City.
And this is creepy.
Good for 4 minutes.
Yellowstone.
4 minutes.
What's the kid?
Alright, folks, we're gonna start walking. Just stay behind us. So nice and slow, no rush.
That's where the Lion King is, about there. That's the Bull Whip area. Tama.
Oh my God. We'll be back there.
Here we go.
Follow that guy.
That guy.
Has everyone
Go get your mom. We're going to get on Kilimanjaro this morning, first thing. Well, we need a fast pass. We need to see the kid.
Before you embark on your photo tour, Kilimanjaro Safaris asked me to share with you the true stories of Harambe's wildlife. Some, I think, will surprise you. Mighty male elephants wild and impressive.
There's no video.
No photo.
Not that I know of.
And I am happy to welcome you to Harambe Wildlife Reserve. I hope that your visit will give you new appreciation and respect for Africa's magnificent living treasures. Harambe Wildlife Reserve was created to meet the growing challenges that face our native wildlife here in Africa. Expanding human population is bringing with it a loss of natural
Here we go.
My camera.
our great creatures. Sadly, even the borders
That's what it looks like. The battery attachment needs to be a plastic.
Yeah.
Wait, row 2. How many? 2, row 1. How many? 3.
Good.
Once you're seated, please watch hands and feet on the right. Those doors are going to slide shut. We're going to ask that you remain completely seated at all times. Do not lean outside of the truck. We'll be going to some rough brush. Some of the bushes have long thorns. But as we say here in Harambe, Twende, which means, let's go. So, Jumbo, everybody, hi. My name is Kristen. I'm going to be your safari guide for this journey out through the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. I noticed that some of you back there have some cameras. You can feel free to have cameras out and ready to try to take pictures, but if you're going to do that, I recommend high-speed settings. There are some areas on the reserve where we are not allowed to stop. Even when we are allowed to stop, it's only going to be for just a few seconds. So an action or sport setting, something with a high shutter speed, even video usually works the best. Please make sure you hold on to all of your personal belongings very tightly. It could be a while.
Morning,
before we
Jamie.
see any dropped item again. We're gonna go get started right away, heading deep into the Little Achille Forest. Forests like this one are home to many different types of antelope. Their natural colorings and markings can blend them in really well, so we've got to keep a sharp eye out. More than once, we've been just a few yards away from an animal before we noticed it hiding in the bushes. This does bring us around to one of the local watering holes. It's a great gathering spot for many animals. One of our best chances to find some of the rare ones out here, like the black rhino. But unfortunately, black rhino have been hunted nearly to extinction. There are fewer than 5,000 left in the world. Our reserve has been trying to change that. We've been working with groups in Zimbabwe that monitor the rhino. They also provide veterinary treatment. Even rehabilitation is needed, so hopefully they will not remain such a rare view. I'm not seeing much of the forest this morning. I'm thinking we might want to head out of all this dense vegetation. Yeah, I think we'll go head out to the Safi River next. That's my favorite spot to look for hippos. While hippos are so very large, they can be kind of hard to see. They do spend most of their day in the water, so they don't get too hot in the afternoon sun. Typically, we get our first view of the water on the right, but much better hippo spotting's just around the river bend and head to the left. So if you're on the left, please don't worry yet. But better is a relative term. They can stay completely under the water for about 8 minutes at a time before they need to come up for air. You might see some noses sticking out of the water to the right. They are considered nocturnal animals. They do spend most of their day. Buddy, stay sitting down for me, please. Please do not be switching seats on my moving vehicle. Oh, really exciting, but we are in a moving truck that I might need to start a stop very suddenly. I need everyone to stay seated back there, either on a lap or on a bench at all times. Thank you. As they were saying, we usually get better views to the left anyway, and sure enough, there's a whole group of them out to the left. A group of hippos is known as a bloat. It's a bloat of hippos. As I was saying, they are nocturnal. They'll climb out of the water at nighttime when it's much cooler to eat food. Each hippo eats between 80 and 90 pounds of grass a night. Also out to the left up on top of the island, the big gray-white birds are pink-backed pelicans. They get the name because during mating season, their back turns a light pink color. And they blush. I'm a little bit more worried about the next animal because we are about to drive over a really rickety bridge. And as we make our way across this bridge, if you look out to the left, those are Nile crocodiles. They will snap the bones of their prey with their powerful jaws. They have a crushing force of over 2,000 pounds per square inch. They will even go after prey larger than themselves, like zebra and wildebeest. But by larger, I do mean bigger or taller, not necessarily longer. From the tip of the nose to the tip of the tail, those crocodile average about 16 feet long. So we are headed away from the rivers, out towards a completely different ecosystem with completely different animals. We're going to go head on out towards the savannah next. Speaking of different, we have a different kind of tree coming up on the right, known as the baobab, also known as the upside-down tree, so you know which one it is. It's the one on the right that kind of looks like it's got its roots sticking up in the air.
Wow.
Of course, they're not really roots. Those are branches. Baobabs just go leafless about 9 months out of the year to conserve water. We should find some more of them out in the savannah, so we're going to keep driving around. As we drive around this corner, our first view of the savannah, the Serengeti grasslands. These grasslands stretch for miles
And wildebeest
to Africa, home to millions of migrating animals every year, making it kind of like their version of a superhighway. This is the Africa we're working so hard to conserve. Already you're going to start seeing some animals out here. There are some giraffe on both sides of the road. This puts us in the middle of the tower, a group of giraffe. That's appropriate because they do start out pretty big. I will tell you, we've not seen any baby giraffe on our reserve in a year or two, but baby giraffes stand 6 feet tall when they're born. It means they can look into the eyes of any full-grown adult humans standing in the grasses next to them. Or if you're short, like me, baby giraffe, you're looking over our heads. Over to the right, you'll also see some sable antelope. So far, I only see girls. Male sable antelope, the boys, their horns get a little longer. They reach a maximum length about 5 feet long. Boys also darken as they age. The dominant male gets to be so dark brown he looks black in color. With the sable antelope and the giraffe to the right, to the left, we're at the edge of the reserve. You might see some fences between the tall bushes, but if you look past the fence line in the cave, those are African wild dogs curled up. These wild dogs are going to look a lot like domestic dogs should be used to because they are loosely related, but they're a different offshoot of the canid family. These dogs are the most successful hunters of mammals in Africa. Not only will they hunt as a pack, coordinating and communicating with one another, the African wild dogs will chase their prey until their prey drops from exhaustion. Which is kind of terrifying when you think about it. So we're going to head away from the dogs, go hang out with the nice grass and leaf-eating animals instead. As we loop back around to get back into the middle of the group of giraffe, I'll tell you this is a group of Maasai giraffe that we're looking at. The Maasais have these rougher edges to their spots, almost leaf-like in appearance. Different types of giraffe would have different types of spots. There's about 9 different types of giraffe out in the world. You'll notice that no two individuals are exactly the same. Each individual giraffe has its own unique pattern, kind of like how people have their own unique fingerprints. That's how you can tell them all apart from one another. Two last views of the sable antelope out to the right. A few more views of the giraffe on both sides of the road. Coming up in the grassy field to the right, the gray animals are part of the group of wildebeest. I say part of a group because wildebeest are one of the largest migrations in Africa. Usually there are thousands in a single grouping, so there's probably a lot more of them in the tall grasses and bushes nearby. Keep an eye out.
Lots of animals out this morning. Here's an up-close shot for you.
There's also some tiny antelope out here towards the front right corner of the track up on the hill. The small light tan animals with the white faces and undersides of springbok. And that's as big as they get. Only reach about 3 feet tall. They weigh no more than 100 pounds. They'll jump 6 feet in the air repeatedly when frightened. They literally spring from place to place. It's kind of fun to watch. It's a little rare to see on a safe place like our reserve. This is going to bring us out towards Monkey Point next. Now, Monkey Point gets its name from a group of mandrills that have taken up residence at the abandoned camp coming up on the left. Incredibly social amongst themselves. They're a little shy to outsiders, so we're going to be looking for motion. If you see one, there's probably a couple more right nearby. Keep a sharp eye out coming up on the left. Or if you don't feel like looking for monkeys, across the tall grasses to the right, there is an adult male elephant out there. We know that's an adult male elephant because I don't see any others in the area. Adult males are the only ones that wander off on their own like this. Females stand herds with the young ones. But there are some mandrills towards the front left of the truck as well. Mandrills are one of the largest monkey species, but if you look under the one walking, there's a baby underneath her chest. Adult males weigh about 100 pounds. Females like these ones max out at about 35 pounds at the most. The babies are just kind of cute. get further into elephant country from here, but it looks like the road's gone. I guess we're not going that way. It's another road kind of looping around. We'll try this one. It's all right. You guys all just wanted to go on safari anyway, so we're gonna go have an adventure. I'll find something fun to look at out here. I'm absolutely sure. Found a bridge. It's useful, but this bridge is looking kind of beat up, so we're gonna go very carefully. Poly poly. Poly poly means very slowly. It's to make sure it holds us. Feel free to cross your fingers and hold on tight, because that sure is groaning. Lean to the right, lean to the right! Made it. Alright, let's find out where our detour is taking us off to, because I don't know about you, I do not want to go back over that bridge. It looks like we're headed through some red clay. I see tusk marks in the clay on both sides of the truck. I see tracks leading out to the left. I think we may have found elephant country again after all. Let's see if we can catch up with the elephants that left these markings behind. Unfortunately, the biggest threats to the elephants are still people. They are still being hunted for their ivory tusks. But elephants also face habitat loss due to mining going on out in the Congo. The miners are looking for an ore called coltan. Coltan is used in electronics like cell phones, laptops, tablets, things like that. So if you want to help out elephants, please feel free to recycle electronics when you're finished with them. That's going to reduce the need for the ores. It helps the elephants keep their habitat. I'm not seeing more elephants, but I am seeing a couple of different types of birds. And most of these are not real exciting. The ibis up in the trees and the ducks you can find kind of anywhere. But there is a flamboyance coming up on the left. That's a group of flamingos. These are greater flamingos, the largest and lightest pink of the flamingo species. They don't start out pink, they do start out gray in color. Flamingos turn pink as they get older, mostly eating tiny brine shrimp. Brine shrimp's high in something called beta-carotene. It's a pigment that eventually turns them pink. It just takes a while to get through their system. With the flamingos to the left, to the right, a few closer views of the springbok I was talking about earlier. Sir, sit down, please. Thank you. Again, I know this is exciting, but for your safety and the safety of those around you, I do need everyone to remain seated at all times. De su seguridad, tendrás que sentaros, por favor. Thank you. Gracias. Now we are in luck. Towards the front right corner of the truck, coming up on the left, these are white rhino. Much, much larger than the black rhino we saw earlier. White rhino weigh between 4,000 and 5,000 pounds. They're full growth. Group's known as crash. It's a crash white rhino.
Looks like they're having breakfast.
Of course, you might notice I keep calling them white rhino. They're not actually the color white. Funny story. They actually got their name from a miscommunication. Native Dutch settlers in Africa called these animals white rhino. White is the Afrikaans word for wide. They were talking about the wide square mouths these animals have. English settlers came in, heard them saying white, thought they were saying white, the name stuck. On the hill to the right, in between the trees, there's a water bug. You might see the white circle around its backside. Water bugs tend not to migrate too very far. They find a nice aquatic area, a place with lots and lots of water. They just kind of hang out. That's the name, water bug. But I think I know why that water bug's hiding in the tree line. This brings us past cheetah hunting territories on the left. Cheetahs are daytime hunters. They can be really hard to find. They tend to blend in really, really well. So I do recommend keeping a sharp eye out up on the grassy hills to the left. If anybody sees one, you can go ahead and shout out locations so everybody else knows where to look. Not only do they blend in, they're incredibly fast. It can reach between 60 and 70 miles per hour at their top speed. They just don't hold the top speed very long. A few hundred yards makes them mostly sprinters.
Lion.
Shh. Lions make about 9 different vocalizations that range from that chuffing barking sound you heard towards the end and in the distance, all the way up to a lion's roar. If the lion roars, you hear it about 6 miles from where they're standing, which is pretty impressive. That's how we heard the girls, even though they were on the other side of the hill.
It is nice to
Lions
hear
are
and
going
see
to
the
spend
lion.
about 18 to 20 hours a day doing pretty much what they're doing
There's
out
the other
here,
lion.
which is not much of anything.
There's
They
up on
spend
the
most
rocks.
of their day inactive.
And another one.
They usually hunt at nighttime because they do have excellent
Morning, Kim.
night vision. They see about 6 to 7 times better than humans can at night. And it's the girls, like these ones, that do the hunting. Girls
Morning,
go out to
Darlene.
hunt the boys. If the boy coming up at the edge of the rocks to the left, they stay back to protect the young ones, the rest of the group. That's how they have their work divided up. Since lions are the only large cat to hunt in large groups, they have stay-at-home dads. There's a few more groups coming up. On the left, there's a sounder. That's a group of warthogs. If they were feeling threatened, they back into a burrow with tusks facing outward. Never, ever disturb a warthog back into a burrow. Their tusks are very sharp. They're not afraid to use them. They've been known to back down lions. Think about the size difference. It's pretty impressive. Coming up on the right is also a group of zebra out here. Now, the biggest question I always get with zebra is, are they black with white or white with black? Well, for this particular type, it's the noses that give it away. Now, unfortunately, it's a little hard to see their noses from here. But I will tell you, they do have nice black noses. That means they are black animals with white stripes. They're more black than white. The cool part is it doesn't really matter because the stripes go down to the skin. Well, if we head around here, it looks like there are some open gates on the road to the left. So I think we'll head through this way, see if we can find another animal or two before we have to head back out of the reserve. I think there's a watering hole on the other side of the hill to the right, so we're gonna take a look and see what we can find. There are some interesting birds by the waters towards the front right corner of the truck. You might see some yellow-billed stork. It's not just a description, it's actually their name. They are the yellow-billed stork. Those birds are carnivores. They'll eat any meat that fits in their bill, which probably makes the antelope out to the right, walking down the dirt pathway between the trees, pretty happy it's not small enough. That is a scimitar horned oryx. It's a desert antelope. That animal can go about 10 months out of every year without having to drink any water at all. Yeah, that's not something we should ever try. That is not ever going to work for us. The reason it works for them is they get most of the moisture that their body needs to survive from foods they eat, like the grasses. They also have specialized kidneys to conserve the water they drink. It really doesn't hurt that they can have a body temperature up to 115 degrees Fahrenheit before they start to sweat. It's pretty impressive. Unfortunately, though, this is going to bring us to the end of our safari. Time flies when you're having fun. I know I had a blast driving you all around through Africa, and I hope you all enjoyed yourselves as well, because this does mean I do have to bring you back to the closest boarding station to drop you off at. But don't worry, from there it's a real short walk back to the Harante village you came to get here. Or if you're interested in some more up-close animal encounters, we're not too far from the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. But it looks like we are pretty close to the village, so before I let you go, for any wilderness explorers on board my truck today you've all been riding aboard the Simba 1. That's Simba, the Swahili word for lion.
Simba 1.
S-I-M-B-A and the number 1. Once again, my name's Kristen. It's been my pleasure.
Welcome back, everyone. Doors are opening. Watch your step as you exit. Don't check those roads. Please don't leave anything behind.
Okay, just to let you know, we'll be back in about an hour when we get to Navi. So I hope you enjoy the Kilimanjaro Safari. See you in about an hour.